Hello my dear friends, once again we are going to start on another lecture for you, so you will catch me once again. Okay, in the previous lecture we had already discussed about sequence and series, and I think all of you enjoying that. What about the sequence and what the resultant value related to that is. Okay, so let us see, recall, it means we revise several things which we had learned in the previous lecture. We know that the sequence means there are the terms which are with the real number and there is the relation between them. So sequence we may write as a generalized form: A1 first term, A2 second term, A3 third term, up to AN means nth term of the sequence, and so on. Relevant to it, series means what? Series means the sum of the terms of given sequence. It means first term of the sequence is same as the first term of the series. Second term of the series is what? Is the sum of first two term of the sequence. It means A1 plus A2. That means the second term of the series known as S2. It means that S2 is A1 plus A2. In place of A1, again we may write S1. See here. Then what happens? This S2 can be written as S1 plus A2. And from this we may say that A2 means second term of the series. This one is what? Is the subtraction of this S2 minus S1. See. And similarly S3. S3 means sum of first three terms of the sequence. Sum of first three terms of the sequence is A1 plus A2 plus A3. So I just derive A1 plus A2 and plus A3 as well. Now A1 plus A2 is S2. See. So in place of A1 plus A2 we may write S2. So this equation now we may write as S3 is this is S2 and plus A3. So in place of A1 plus A2 we may write S2 and plus A3. From this we calculate A3 as S3 minus S2 and so on. It means that there is a relation between AN and Sn minus 1. It means that any term you select, suppose you select the fourth term of the sequence, then you easily say that fourth term must be F4 equals to S4 minus S3. Similarly, A5 is S5 minus S4. Okay, I just write one result related to this. Suppose one sequence is this 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 and so on. This is the sequence. So these terms are A1, A2, A3, A4, A5 and so on. Now what about S1? This is actually A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, right? So we can say that S1 is same as A1 means 1. What is S2? So S2 we may say that A1 plus A2. A1 plus A2 means sum of these two terms. So that is 1 plus 3 equals to 4, and therefore what is S3? S3 is 1 plus 3 plus 5 is 9. Finally from this you may write the sequence as 1, 4, 9, then after 9 plus 7 is 16, 16 plus 9 is 25 and so on. See. And finally what you say? 4 minus 1 is 3. See. So therefore S2 minus A1, S1 is A2. S3 minus S2 is A3, S4 minus S3 is A3. Generalized form is AN equals to Sn minus Sn minus 1. So very interesting result we have. Here the result is nth term of the sequence is Sn, it means sum of n term of the series minus Sn minus 1. Is very clear result. Okay, so let us see example now. Now we are going to solve several questions. Are you ready now? So let us see. First example is very simple here. Find the first 5 terms of following sequence. It means this is in the form of sequence. Fn is the first sequence. Fn is also known as An. Here also Fn is the second sequence. Fn here the third sequence. I just solved the first sequence Remaining sequence you have to solve yourself. It means in homework. Let us see how to solve the first sequence. See, first sequence is fn equals to 3n plus 1. If you need first term, then put n equal to 1. If you need second term, put n equals to 2. So say in equation 1. Now put n equals to 1. Put n equals to 1. Then what we say? We may say that f of 1 is 3 into 1 plus 1 is 3 plus 1 means 4. So 4 is the first term of this sequence. Put n is 2. N is 2. Then what is f2? We may say that f2 is 3 into 2 plus 1. Substituting n is 2, you get the second term of the sequence. So what about the second term is 6 plus 1, it means 7. Put n equals to 3. Then we get f3. So 3 into 3 plus 1, 3 3s are 9 plus 1 means 10. Just putting n equals to 3 in this function. Put n equals to 4. Then we get f4. f4 is 3 into 4 plus 1. 3 4s are 12 plus 1 and is 13. And similarly n is 5. Then f5 is, by putting the value n equals to 5 here, 3 5s are 15 plus 1 and so the answer is 16. So finally, what about the 5 terms? First 5 terms of this sequence is 4, 7, 10, 13 and 16. So I just write that required terms. Required terms are, the answer can be written in this way. Required terms are 4, 7, 10, 13 and 16. These are the required terms. So it's very easy to understand it. Now example 2 for the Fibonacci sequence. You know the Fibonacci sequence in standard time. You learn the sequence that whose nth term is the sum of previous two terms. That is called the Fibonacci sequence. an minus 1 plus an minus 2. Your question is to find a3, a4 and a5. So it's very easy that put n is 3 you get a3. Put n is 4 you get a4 and put n is 5 here you get a5. Just to compare this result here. Okay, here given that, I just write given that a1 is 1 and a2 is also 1. See, it means first and second term is given. a1 is 1, a2 is 1. Now an is an minus 1 plus an minus 2 is also given as a Fibonacci sequence. N is greater than 2. So if you need a3, put n equals to 3. So put n equals to 3. Then we get a3 as, put here n equals to 3. So here also put n equals to 3. You will get that a3 minus 1 plus a3 minus 2. See, what is a3 minus 2? That is a2 plus a1. And a2 plus a1 is again 1 plus 1 which is 2. Why is 1 plus 1 is given? What we can do? Here it is given that a1 and a2 is 1. In Fibonacci sequence, first two term must be given, then you can write the relation between another terms. Okay, put n is 4. What you get finally? When you put n is 4, then a4 is, put here n is 4. Then it is very obvious that that is a3 plus a2. Just put here n is 4 minus 1, a3, 4 minus 2, a2, and a3 is 2. See here, a3 is 2. Says equation 2, a3 is 2. a2 is 1 and finally this is 3. So I think you can find a5 easily yourself. So this is the way to find the terms of the sequence as per given. Now one more kind of example, let us see. I hope that you can solve the questions yourself, but let us see. Find one more example, that find first three terms, and nth term of sequence. Remember that we have to find first three term and the nth term of sequence. First one is given as Sn equals to n square minus 1. See here, this is n square minus 1. This is not an nth term of the sequence. This is sum of n terms of the sequence. So here your duty is to find a n first. So let me give one clue to you. We know that nth term is, or nth term of sequence is, here we have a formula to find nth term of sequence. An equals to Sn minus 1. By solving it, Sn can be written as n square minus 1. See here, n square minus 1 is Sn. Now Sn minus 1. So in place of n we may write n minus 1. So here I write in the bracket n minus 1 whole square minus 1. This is Sn minus 1. Now the remaining task you have to solve yourself, because now the thing is very clear. You know mathematics, then you easily solve it. This is n square minus 1 minus, now just write the perfect square, n minus 1 whole square, n square minus 2n plus 1 minus 1. See here. And that's why 1 cancel. Now solve it, then n square minus 1 minus n square plus 2n. See. And again n square cancel. So this is 2n minus 1. 2n minus 1 is added. And now first three terms. So put n is 1, you get the first term, n is 2, you get the second term, and n is 3, you get the third term. So you can solve yourself. One more example I will give you in homework. Try to yourself. Sn is equals to, Sn is given as n into n plus 1 by 2. So this question is in homework. So I think here we have to stop now. The remaining task and remaining things we will learn in the next